Greetings, friends and co-workers and strangers. Greetings to everyone. I hope everybody had as good as a day as I did last night. Yeah, because everybody deserves to have a good time, you know? And I did. I certainly did. You know, I mentioned when I was leaving yesterday that the city of Boston was packed. That's like an understatement, you know, because you figure it's a large city, right? So that there'll be plenty of places to drive around, walk around. No, not the case. That city was jammed. I mean, people everywhere. You know, garbage all over the streets too. I don't know who cleaned that mess up, but that was a lot of work just to clean it up. But it was a pretty fun time. I wish I could remember every detail, but some of them are eluding me right now. It was a good time though. You know, there was we spent most of the time in the North End, and Fiore, I think, was the restaurant we started off. There was a nice rooftop bar. That was cool. We were there quite a while. Made it over to the bar room, I think. Tried to hit a few other places, but the lines, there were like 2-hour lines just to get into most of the places, and I didn't really want to sit around waiting for 2 hours, so we made economical choices when it came to where we were going to hang out. But at some point we decided that we were all hungry and got pizza, which that was actually kind of cool. That was interesting and fun, and I don't know, there was a lot of weirdness that ensued during the night, but like for instance, one thing was one of my coworkers out there decided that well, she was able to procure herself a hat. It was like a cat in a hat type of looking hat, but green, and St. Patrick's Day. So she also wanted some beads, and noticed like this rather large, scary blonde woman with hair that was like up here, no kidding, who had tons of beads on her, and she thought that I should try to get some for her by dancing with this woman. And I gave it a go, and I don't think it was happening. I couldn't get the beads, so I probably have to work on my technique, because it obviously wasn't that good. But that's one of the few moments I remember from last night, and it was just a good time. Good people to hang out with, and even though I was with all girls, it was a fun time. You know, it was cool. It would have been cool to have some of my buds there, you know, but you know, one of them had a wedding, another one had a birthday party to go to, but all in all, good time. Thank you, girls. And it was really cool just because I didn't even have to. I parked at Wellington Station and drove into the city just in case I wasn't able to drive home, and that worked out well. I spent the night down in South Boston, which, you know, the hospitality of another one of my coworkers was the same one that actually tried to get me to get the beads, come to think of it, who also, if you remember me telling you, there was a girl that I said, you know, jokingly, where have you been all my life? She's the one that said, well, half of it I wasn't born. I remember that. I think I remember saying that I didn't like her, you know, but I actually like her. You know, she's cool. She's all right. I think she meant it in a fun kind of way, maybe. Anyway, it was a good time. Good times, and I just got back a little while ago, and I got to pack up here actually, because I've got to get myself over to my other friend's house. We're going to be filming this afternoon at a nice mock setup, and we're going to actually capture some footage for the interviews we're going to be conducting in a couple of weeks. So, so if there's people out there that are interested in creating reels for themselves, get a hold of me, because this is going to be one of the techniques I use to help build a film reel for you, because I've seen a lot of people's reels, and there's a lot of little mistakes that kind of take away from any professionalism, you know, and I think that's something that people should really aspire to. When somebody's watching a reel, it should come across as a movie trailer, something that you really don't want to take your eyes from. You don't want to notice bad camera technique. You don't want to see shaky footage. You want to see the person and understand the context kind of what's going on. So there's there's a certain technique I think that I have that will kind of come across as a nice story, you know, and I think there's a lot of perspectives that we want to see of the person that will help make a very nice reel, you know. Introduce yourself, be able to show your acting skill, be able to show how you can move on camera, and show the different kind of looks that you can portray, you know. So get a hold of me, because I've got some things worked out where the next couple of weeks I can really start putting things together. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be going to do in a few minutes. And I don't think I mentioned it yesterday, but in a couple videos I mentioned how I broke my other tripod. This new one that I got is fantastic. It is freaking awesome. It's made by Ravelli. It's a solid aluminum alloy. It's a little bit heavier. It's probably like 8 pounds compared to like the other one I had, which was less than 4. But if you're going to rest your camera on something that's, you know, $1,000 or more, you don't go cheap on the tripod. Trust me. My camera fell. Not happy about it. So anyway, the only thing that was wrong was that I saw some of the customer reviews, and they mentioned a lot of the screws were loose when they found it, and they were absolutely right. Like the pin that kind of holds the quick release just disappeared. It fell on the floor right when I opened it up, and it's gone. I just can't find it. I mean, luckily I was able to get it in place, but I got to be careful with it because it's not a screw holding the pin in place to operate the quick release. But what are you gonna do? I mean, I'm sure I can find a screw to hold it in place, you know. But anyway, what else? Nothing else I can really think of right now, other than the fact that I had a great day, and I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm going to go continue to have more of a good day, you know, because I'm going to go filming, and I'm going to meet up with my friends again tonight. It's going to be a good time. So anyway, I hope that anybody else out there, anybody that's a friend of mine that had shows going on this weekend, which I wish I could have attended. I always wish that I could. I wind up having something else going on. Especially, there's still a lot of projects that I have to complete, and trying to find time to do that. It's not the easiest thing, but I am looking over the next 4 weeks are going to be really good for me productivity-wise, because I see that where I'm going to be able to get the things done that I need to get done in a good prioritized way, and hopefully make people happy. That's it. That's all I want to do. Make you happy. I'm going to go make myself happy right now. I'm going to go to IHOP and get some food and film. So, until we meet again, this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.